Hello, Brother Monroe here. Welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts, where we have successfully blockaded the Chinese. And Russia, you can sod off. I'm not giving you money. Naval gun barrels fire. Whoa! Jesus! Gave me a bloody heart attack. Oh, that might be very loud in the mix for YouTube. It was loud in my ear. I hope it's not that much. Alerik, 1,000 bits. Thank you 1,000 times. Hugely appreciated. Anyway, here's one of the texts that you maybe not seen. 20% max barrel lengths. This is the maximum for standard naval gun barrels, 3-inch and higher. So these are the texts that unlock the barrel length options, which are new. And we found two. Well, one of the remaining Chinese surface ships. Not many. No, it's fine. He just gave me a fright. Is all. Yeah. So we have their lone destroyer. We have a battle cruiser that is their lone remaining capital ship, and a bunch of transports. Could be interesting. Da, 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 da. Okay. Let's keep them in a division for once. Torpedoes off. Let's find those transports. Lens flare and everything, look at that. Right. Enough eye candy. Yeah, divisions are still a bit wonky. They're doing their Formula 1 dance. They did say that you shouldn't turn the avoid off for when they're in a division. But, I mean, given how this is... how much I dislike this. It's force of habit. Oh, there we go. What have we found? That is the destroyer. Didn't actually take a proper look at their destroyer. It's not bad. It's a bit weird having a triple back here and duals at the front, but you know, whatever works. 2 torpedo launchers at the back. Oh boy. Which just blew up. Oh my good lord. Who got that hit? And that was from a 2-inch gun? Oh my. The Hamanami did that. This one. With one of the 2-inch side guns. Brutal. Absolutely brutal. Only surface level damage, of course, but it takes out a... Whoa, I thought it blew up the torpedoes. Takes out a major component of their ability to hurt me. To do some torpedo dodging, and yeah, the warship just gets completely obliterated. Look at that. Look how much damage those 5-inch guns do. Oh boy. There's the battle cruiser. Oh no, Hananami. No. Don't go into a torpedo. Or if you are, just take it right on the chin. Okay, it did almost nothing. Good. Right, let's find those transports. We have quite a few ships on the way. we've got the Nagatos under construction. Oh, there's a transport. Oh, hopefully. I knew these 5-inch guns would be nasty, but that is unreal. There are 8 transports. Well, there were. I'm not particularly interested in taking out the battlecruiser, but I'm going to see if the Arashi can get a read on it. Who's she aiming at? Oh, I can't tell. Probably the Tsuka. Smoke her up. Ba, 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 ba. Oh, rude. Torpedoes away. Give them something to think about. And of course they're immediately going to miss because they were fired in the wrong direction. Ow. Right, Suga. We set a bunch of fires on this thing. How much is it? 243 million. Yikes. Versus three $25 million destroyers. Yeah, okay. Torps away. Again, fired in the wrong direction. They should have been fired more like this. Yes, well, is the AI torp dodging god? Yes and no. Yes, insofar as I very rarely hit with a torpedo attack, especially this kind of torpedo attack where you're actually trying to hit a single target. It kind of knows when you're going to be firing the torps. And it'll already be turning, but more often than not, it's just your crew's firing the torpedoes in the wrong direction. I don't think they're going to get a shot off, despite that being, yeah, probably too much turn on it. Right, switch them off before you fire them at a stupid angle. Oh no, too late. See, you fire them at a stupid angle. It is very frustrating. And sadly these destroyers don't have reloads, so that is that. Yeah, put them on save. That does seem to work if you just leave them on save and you have loads of them. Occasionally you're going to hit like every other battle. But when you're deliberately trying to torpedo something, yeah, not so much. However, the Bozu here has taken a lot of hits from the 5-inch guns and actually doesn't look too good. That cadet crew has a lot of damage control to do. And we can open up on the juicy transports. Bye-bye to you. Absolutely staggeringly brutal. Hey, is it J or G? Hello, at any rate. Oh, turret rotation bug's back. Okay. It's a bit annoying. The Bosu, though. Not faring well against the machine guns. Thank you for the follow, Ardox the Usurper. They are vicious. They certainly are. And thank you very much for the subscription, Hyperion. Or the resub, I should say. It's just... I cannot... Like, I have $75 million worth of ship in these 3 destroyers. They had their own destroyer. I didn't see the price of that. 8 transports and a $243 million battlecruiser. That is just not good. No, we're not ending the battle. Well, not yet, anyway. Get you eventually. Haven't managed to cause any flooding on the Citadel, but we're wearing her down. See, I should have saved my torpedoes for this point. I was just trying to be flashy. Right, slow up. She's not going that fast. Da, 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 da. I haven't lost any ships yet since going to the 1930s start. So, yes. See, I don't think this is necessarily a bad ship. I mean, 13-inch belt on a battlecruiser is not unreasonable. It's got a very thick main deck. Which is probably what's causing some of the problems sinking it. 13.6-inch Mark IV 41 caliber guns. Again, not terrible. Cordite and TNT. Again, it's Cordite 3. It's an okay setup. They've got many bulkheads. Barbette 5. Anti-torpedo's very light. That's why I was trying to get a torpedo hit on them. They've got cap ballistic HE shells, got capped AP shells. They've got extra ammo, auto-loading turrets, stereoscopic 4 rangefinder, sonar 3, RDF, Gen 2 radar. Like, these things are tricked out. Like, they have a lot of stuff on them. Just switch it up to HE, chaps. But, yeah, cadet crew. Because China has not invested a single penny into crew training. Okay, go... Oh, and it's fine. It's gone. Yes, you're quite right. So in 109, if you repeatedly hammer the armour, it does suffer, and you're more able to kind of punch through it. But still, a very expensive battlecruiser, you know, damaging a single destroyer. How much was their destroyer? 10 million. Okay, so the destroyer was cheap, but cheapish. But that is an expensive lot. That is their only, was their only remaining capital ship, and their only remaining destroyer. And unsurprisingly, they want to talk peace. Fine, we'll talk. If you want to talk, we'll talk. Because you have 9 submarines. X, Z, blue, and then a bunch of letters and numbers. Hello! Yeah, they have 9 submarines and a single, I think this is it might be a battleship, or it might be a battle cruiser that they are currently repairing. They've put a whole bunch into the build queue. They put 8 on to build, but yeah, you have 9 submarines. That's it. Oh my goodness. Our repair bill is still enormous, despite me desperately trying to keep the budget under control, and that's mostly because Yamashiro had that slight issue where she exploded a bit. But we'll keep all our ships on defend, and once the repairs are, well, maybe not done, but mostly done, we can go back to more aggressive stance. Yes, I am playing as Japan, indeed. Indeed I am. Kind of hoping China gives up. We're still at war with the United States and Italy and France. I did. So the Yamashiro, she was hit by a torpedo. It got past the defences. It blew up a magazine. It wasn't a flash fire. It was an ammo detonation torpedo hit. And she survived. But, yeah, it needs like a year in dry dock to fix it. Ah, they did agree to peace. What? Why can I take Mongolia? Mongolia? That doesn't even have a coastline. Why is that? What? I don't want Mongolia. No, thank you. I could take their only battleship that they're trying to fix. Oh, no, I can't. No, I'll just take the 200 million. I would have been interested in Formosa, aka Taiwan, but can't afford it. I'm not interested in Mongolia. Okay, oh, that is so goddamn expensive. It's usually worth it. Well, both are expensive. Oh, that is so much money. 12-inch Mark 5s. Now, that is an interesting weapon platform. That is a very interesting weapon platform. And we have some interesting ships to use it on it. I do want to wait a month so I can get that hull weight, construction time, and ship floor reduction. What are we getting in shells? Is it worth waiting 2 months? Range pen. Nah, it's not. I'm not going to bother waiting for that. Cruiser design. What are we working on? Oh, it might be worth waiting for this to finish. So I'm going to pop priority on that. Yeah, 2 months. We'll wait 2 turns, and then we'll see what's what. Mr. Hoggy, hello. Why is what even a thing? Sorry, I missed that question at the time. Okay, our budget is looking a little bit better. Let's get our light. Let's get the destroyers back onto sea control. Let's see how we're doing. That's fine. Light cruisers onto sea control. Fine. Heavy cruisers onto sea control. Yeah. That'll do. And we do have another battle cruiser. Pop on sea control as well. And let's get the battleships onto in being. At least. Ooh, can I get them onto sea control? Just. Okay. Where is everybody? Spread out. Right. Let's get the... Oh, that's Yamashiro. She's still repairing. Let's get all the ships back where I want them. From where they've disappeared to, but that is literally it. Okay. Mongolia is Manchuria. No, it's this province right here. So the only provinces that show up to be traded are ones that are not part of, not considered core. The game doesn't really tell you that, but that's basically what's happening. So Manchuria is a core of China, but Mongolia is not, and neither is Formosa. So those are the only two territories you can take off them. Campaign set up for your stream on Saturday. Oh, who are you going to be playing? And I'm at minus 5 million. So, Trump. First stream I catch got hooked on the Japanese campaign. Oh, thank you very much. What are the minor nations? So the minor nations are a bit of a placeholder at the moment. And I'm making an educated guess based on what I've seen in the game and what the devs have said publicly about how miners will work. They're basically there for the major powers to go around and beat up and steal their stuff. I reckon they will have their own ships, and you will be able to launch a campaign against them and to try and take over their ports. Quite how that's going to work, I don't know. I reckon they will have navies that you have to defeat, but that's obviously not going to be a huge challenge for a major power. But what will probably happen is, say, I don't know, Japan decides to attack Korea. Maybe China goes, hang on, no. So other other majors get an event. It's like, no. And you can come in, and that's what kicks off wars rather than the tension system as much, I think. I don't know. That would be my guess. That was what I would do. Yeah, probably. Or they probably will get either a generic, or they'll use a major's hull setup. It could also be that they have unlock, like if you play custom battles a lot, they have the unlock all option enabled, so that you can get some weird combinations. No, piss off. Yeah, China likes us now that we've completely destroyed their entire navy. No fights. Doesn't look like the French or Italians or Americans are interested in coming over to fight us. I'm quite happy for them to come to me. I'm ticking up in victory points against them anyway. What? Oh, Nagato. And that's not the right name, is it? I'm sure I changed it to the historical ones. Yeah, it should be Mutsu. There we go. So, yeah, Nagato and Mutsu are now commissioning out. Nagato has no flaws at all. Mutsu has some. But yes, we're getting things repaired, which is very, very good. Yeah, one month, and then we'll do some design. I don't... Yeah, 4 million's not great, but we'll be okay. Yeah, I would imagine if you... They might just say, you know, Korea uses the Chinese set, the Ottomans use the Russian set, etc., etc., etc. But they might also have that selected randomly at game start for a bit of variety, or yeah, put them on unlock all. Get some really weird combinations and nonsense coming out of the miners. That would be a lot of fun. I don't know if it would be stable, but it would be fun. Right. Modern Battlecruiser 2 means we get the experimental cruiser. I don't know if I'm going to use it, but I did want to have the option of looking at it. Germany, Russia, Italy running into mines. More mines. For goodness sake. Still no enemy fleets about. I think the nearest enemy fleet to us is... Yeah, a couple of French ships down here. But eventually the AI will just pile all of its ships and sail them all the way over to Japan, and then we'll just blow them up. Yes, ship design, new design. Let's have a look. Yes, that is another thing that would be interesting. If you could build ships for the miners, and they kind of commission you. And I've talked about this at length in another video. I don't know if that can work, because the AI has no way of telling if a ship is good or not, aside from price. Like, that is how the AI determines whether a ship is good or not. And you can have a very expensive ship which is complete garbage. In fact, I've done some Taskmasters where that was in fact the aim, to make a really expensive, really terrible ship. So yeah. Oh no! No main towers! You bastards! I was like, oh yeah, this is a really nice looking hull. And it is, but it has no main towers. Do I have towers for the heavy scout? No. Right, what tech is it that I need to unlock to get feckin' towers? Because that's pissing me off. Because I would like some cruiser killers, and that is a perfect hull for them. Okay, cruiser design is finished. That's pretty cool. Does anyone know? Where'd you get towers? This is battleship hulls. Control stations. Also finished destroyer design, which is good. In here. Yes, you are quite right. Because we only have none of those unlocked in there. I mean, it doesn't show you here, but they are unlocking things. So this is where we need a priority. Okay, good. Small guns is nearly finished, which is also excellent. In fact, those Mark 5 8-inch guns means that once this war is over, those heavy cruisers of ours can get an upgrade. But yeah, big guns is going to take forever. Although we're getting close to getting the guns that we need. I know. Glorified shed. It goes off automatically. I know it looks like it's there, but I have 3 priorities assigned. One's in control stations, one's in big guns, one's in small guns. Yeah, it doesn't have a priority because it's finished. Do 8-inch Mark 5s, beautiful. Oh, really, Russia? Really? Really with the mines? So yeah, now small guns is finished, and I should get a priority back. Oh, no, you're right. It does... Hold on. There we go. That's how you do it. No, you were quite right. It did have the priorities assigned to things that were finished. Ah, yes. Eagle-eyed. Sorry, During Talent. Now I know what you're talking about. Yes. Absolutely. Thank you for spotting that one. Any of you Frenchies want to come fight? Maybe. They got some stuff sitting down here in Indonesia or the Dutch East Indies. We could go out and fight them. What ships do we have available? Might be a good first outing for the Nagato and the Mutsu. 2 months, yeah. We'll wait a couple of months. See if we can get them to come and say hello. Silent service. Good night. Good night indeed. Oh, and another thing I meant to check, and I obviously won't do this on stream. Well, I might do it on stream, but I won't do it for a video. Is there was a bit of an issue in that fight with China where the muzzle velocity for the Japanese guns seemed really off. I might do that at the end of the stream. I might have a look at that. Nice. Improved diesel propulsion. We do have some submarines. It's sitting about, chilling. Actually, could we maybe go attack... No, I can't move the submarines. Can I? How are they able to move submarines? That's an SSC. Didn't I build SSCs? Oh no, these are SCs. Okay. What is the SSC then? That's the super coastal. Okay. No, I don't really want super coastals. We've got a bunch of the fleet subs though. They'll lurk. Subs are set to defend. Yeah, there's nothing else you can set them to. Which is a bit of a shame. Ah, they didn't take 2 months. They are finished. Nagato and Mutsu. Right. They should be right here. Yes, they are. Right, let's see if the freight... No, they've disappeared. I think the Russians chased them off or something. Do I really want to sail all the way around to blimmin' Sri Lanka? You know what? Screw it. Let's try it. Whole fleet. Let's go. Dun, 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 yeah. I don't know. The submarines have always done that for me, so I don't know if... Oh, my microphone was set way too high. Apologies, I was probably clipping terribly there. No, they don't have anything in Vietnam, I don't think. I will double check, though. Next turn is not a promising thing for the game to stop on. This usually means that it's gotten stuck. It is still working. I can see it's using CPU and GPU resources, which is a bit weird. Like a lot of GPU resources. I think that's a bit excessive. No, I think it's crashed. I won't bother cutting like I normally do because it's pretty near to the end of the episode. And I can just show you how to deal with that. There are a few places the game can hang when it's processing the turns. That end turn one is new for 109 Live. You can also get stuck on building new ships. As long as you can get back to the main menu and just reload your campaign, and then you can end the turn again. That usually fixes it, but sometimes it doesn't. In fact, I think we went on to the next turn there. Because our fleet's all the way down here. Check on Vietnam. So, nothing. They have absolutely nothing that I can see. Even though there's a little minefield here. That's presumably was laid and then they sailed off. Now, this should go through fine. Yeah, I would like... I mean, I think this is mostly for bug fixing. This thing down here. But it would be nice, along with the tension, if you just got a kind of summary report each turn. So like an intel briefing. Austria-Hungary completed the repair of 3 ships. And if you're curious, you can, I don't know, tooltip it, like hover over the 3 ships, and it tells you what the 3 ships were. And Japan you finished construction of this, and the tension one, you know, tensions between Britain and Italy have overall gone up by 0.2. Rather than looking through, like I never look at this anymore. Like I never look at this. This might as well not be a box. That would be the other way of doing it. Just don't show this at all. Just get rid of it. Because, I mean, there's tension going on. Okay, cool. I can't do anything about it. It's nothing to do with me. And I check the politics screen fairly regularly to see what everything has gone to. Oh, interesting. Italy has sunk a transport using a submarine. Two French ones as well. Oh, sneaky Italy. Yeah, there's a French fleet right here. Oh, do you know what? Do you know what'll piss them off? Park yourself right there. They have to try and engage that. Surely they have to try and engage that. You can't possibly ignore that kind of thing going on. Bum 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 bum. Yep. We're gonna start charging people to go through Suez blockade. I know. Well, you know, Suez itself isn't the only choke point. The Red Sea is quite narrow. That has to generate a mission. Come on. There's no way that France would let us do that. Able Bacon, yeah. I think it is. I know that has a name. Hold on. This is where I wish that there was an option in maps for changing it to naval chart. So this is the Gulf of Aden here. And this is the Red Sea. And these straits are called Bab el Mandeb. And there's a little island here called Perim Island. But apparently, where is the fleet? It's hard to see them. Yeah, here they are. Yes. So they're right next to this French battlecruiser, which I think is running away from them. Okay, cowards. Okay, control station, what are we getting? Capital ship towers 6. That sounds promising. Da, 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 da. Yeah. Again, I really wish. Hey, if anyone knows or has a plugin for like maps that is naval chart, that would be good. Because otherwise I have to like look up. It's like I had to look up on my phone a map of the Red Sea specifically so that it showed you the names of the bits of water and not just the stuff on the land. No mission? Got those capital ship towers though, and yep, Japanese fleet parked right there. So this battle cruiser is stuck, and anyone else who wants to come fight us is going to have to go the long way round. And look at that, a whole bunch of French ships started routing around the Cape instead. Oh well, it amuses me. We'll stay there. Let's have a look and see if we did in fact unlock those towers. Yamatos, we're doing okay. The main thing we're waiting on now is Mark III 18-inch guns, and for the shipyard expansion to finish. But we are pretty close. Yeah, we did get towers. Huzzah! Probably not. We got some for the Heavy Scout Cruiser 2 as well. Yeah, well, the Heavy Scout Cruiser 2, as in TOO. Okay, chat, which one do you want to see me build first? The Heavy Scout or the Experimental? So the Experimental is going to be a 12-inch armed cruiser killer. And the Heavy Scout, I'm not sure yet. Possibly just a middleweight cruiser, because it is good at that, but possibly something else. I want to see the Heavy Scout first. Okay. Okay. Yes. So, what guns do we have access to? Because we're going to build it around the guns. Yeah, we have Mark Vs of everything. And now we run into the problem I had when I was building the Myokos, in that I much prefer this over this. 11-inch guns. We could do. Let's have a look at the stats. Wow, 11-inch guns are just superior. They will be fulfilling very similar roles if I go for an 8.9 again. Yeah, I could do. If I go for an 8.9, that will basically be an upgrade on the Myokos, which have 9. So I could put the 8.9s and go for 12. That could be interesting. All right. We'll go with we'll go with the 8.9s. And I think I just made them as long as possible. Right, towers. Whoa, look at all those towers we unlocked. Base accuracy is what I tend to look for. 27 at the top end. That's pretty nice, so we'll just go for that. Well, that is chunky. I like it. Please don't ask me to write things down at the moment. I forgot. Oh no, I got my phone. I'll just use that for notes because it actually has battery this time. Because I remembered to prepare, or rather, I didn't. But hold on. Tie Zai. Cool. All four. Well, we'll see. We'll see what comes out of it. 9 base accuracy. That's shockingly bad. There we go. 13. The mini towers, which are down here, are actually better than this one. And this one looks cool, but that is a superior tower. Now then, how fast do the Myokos go? 30. Okay, so base speed of 30. Balanced. Get turbines. Shaft 4. Fancy. What about a big funnel? What does that do? Virtually no smoke interference. 122% engine efficiency. Perfect. No reason not to use that. Well, let's see how we do for weight, eh? Group 5. I don't remember what type of HE shell I went for. It might be in this. Yeah, it was a soft cap. Auto 2 loaders, god damn. Gen 3 radar. Sonar set. Depth charge launcher. Okay. Medium barbettes. Interesting. Oh, hello. Ah, yes. Indeed. Can you guess what I'm up to? Have you guessed yet? Ship is overweight. You don't say. 110%. That is too much. However, I could maybe do it with Jules. I know. But it is not doable on the weight. Because I haven't even armoured the ship up yet. Fun though it would be. So I can have the option of Jules. That would still give me 12 guns. Or I could get rid of the super doofing, the C turret and the X turret here, so that we don't have a Z. Go to doubles, okay? Okay, so with doubles, I'm still overweight. So I think triples do make the most sense. But if I cut out the super duper firing turret. However, if you want to use that design yourself, anyone who's watching, because this will allow me to shorten the citadel. And let's just keep quite a lot of firepower. And yeah, I do have an half-weight offset still, but go for 5. Oh, that's not a bad idea. It's tricky with these long guns, but maybe. We do have the weight just about, but I'd rather get it on armor, to be honest. You could have 3 at the front. Really, game? You're gonna do me dirty like that, are you? Okay, that's close enough for doing armor. Try all forward, super duper. Yeah, there's lots of things, but you do want you do want some rear firepower, especially on a cruiser. Like it's just handy. What's the most art? Yeah, I think I just went maximum armor on these before. Oh, I'm slightly overweight, but that's fine because I'm pretty sure I can get it in. Use the the uniform inner layers trick. 45 tons, and I still perhaps want some extra guns. Like the Myokas have the 3-inch guns. And torpedo, anti-torpedo, underwater torpedo launchers and stuff like that. One super duper. Well, then I'll only be down to 9 guns as well. And I know it is fun, but like I do want some ability to have a balanced setup. Again, particularly on a cruiser, because with a cruiser you're generally not going to be sailing straight at the enemy the whole time, or at least not the way I use them. Let's get a AA battery in. And I need to lose 170 tons. Auto 2 loaders are probably what's doing it. 3 rounds a minute is probably excessive as well. Compromises. I wish you could get more displacement out of this hull. I could drop the range a touch. It is excellent. And that gets us under. I just need to sort out that half-weight offset. I'll probably just do by moving this gun forward a bit. There. Just under. Increased draft? I could, but increasing draft adds a lot of bulk and a lot of cost to your ship. So I'm not a huge fan of it. Torpedoes, yes. It would have to be deck-mounted torps. Tell you what, let's take these 2 guns off and slap a pair of quintuple torps on there. Again, I'm going to have to fiddle with the weights again. Yeah, something will have to go in order to have torpedoes, although they don't have to be quintuples, I suppose. What about a pair of triples? I don't really want to go below triples. Minimum beam, minimum draft. It drastically reduces the cost. It does, and has basically no downsides. No. So I'll just I wonder if it'll let me. Not quite. But if you reduce beam, what you're doing, and here's the mouse over. So the stuff in red is what you're losing out on. So base accuracy reduction, that's probably your biggest problem. But you also take 10% more damage, and that's with a 4.4 reduction. So I love minimum beam, minimum draft. It lets you build nice, cheap, powerful ships. But you will find that they rely on their armor. And if they start taking damage, they take a lot of damage. And they can also flood out quite quickly. Have a triple and then a double. Ah. That's an interesting compromise. Let's have a look. I don't normally go for that. That's the Doria setup. But it does work. And we can get an extra torpedo in. Extra 2 torpedoes. Yeah, so beam reduces accuracy. I'll show you what draft does. So if you reduce draft, which is my normal go-to, that actually increases your accuracy. So they kind of play off against each other, those two. So if you go minimum beam, minimum draft, you don't lose anything in terms of accuracy. But you'll notice you also take more damage from guns and more damage from torpedoes, and that stacks. So let's say I went with minus 15 draft and beam. I'm going to be taking 40% extra torpedo damage and almost as much extra gun damage, which is oof. Yeah, that's not good. So, I have started just using regular beam, regular draft most of the time now. I used to go for regular draft increased beam is quite nice. But yeah, okay, the Doria. We'll go for a Doria setup. It looks a bit weird because the model for the triple gun, this model, is literally the dual with an extra gun slotted down the middle. So it does look a little odd, but compared to the Miyokos, which do need a refit, this is actually cheaper. Has an extra gun. Doesn't carry quite as many torpedo tubes. Doesn't have quite as good a secondary battery. But same speed, same armor, and one extra gun. I think that's a pretty decent side grade at the very least, and it is cheap. It's like noticeably cheaper. These are 20 million cheaper per ship. So yeah, a cheaper Miyokos. What's not to like? I just have to think of a name now. Go for another historical class. I don't think the Japanese ever went for a triple dual ship like that. So I'm just wondering what to call her. His name now for a statesman. Emperors of Japan. That's going to be a long list. Excuse me while I go to the more recent past. Let's go for the Meiji, which is probably the one I was going to pick anyway. Okay. To cows. Well, it's going to be the Meiji. I like it. I like it. I think it's a good vessel. Right, let's save that design. I will choose how many to build later because I want to build this experimental cruiser as well. Now this is going to look very similar actually. because it has the same towers. Interesting. So these are going to look very similar. Now, as a cruiser killer, speed is a little bit more important. We could go for, well, on a single funnel, you get kind of 31-ish knots. What if we went for 2 funnels? I don't want to go for the huge ones because I don't want too much smoke, but I could go bigger. Because now I'm looking more at cost and displacement. Because there'll be a point where it just suddenly starts. There we go. 36 knots is... well, maybe it's 35 actually. Let's have a look. Yeah, 35 knots is where the costs start going up like crazy. But, you know, 35 knots, that's pretty good. Then let's go for the 12-inch guns. And I just don't know how many and what configuration. I'm tempted by going for duals because with the dual guns, yeah, I'm going to go for a very, very boring, straightforward setup to begin with. And we can add spice later. If it fits on the hull. Yeah. Come on. There. Something like that. All Q. No, not on this hull. I don't think all Q is ever a particularly great idea. Do the HE last? What are we looking at? Whoa, those are punchy. Good lord. Okay, what about a base fuse? Base fuse is fine. I think. I haven't changed the lengths now. I think. Whoa, they're 56 by default. Hot damn. And they still have a pretty good rate of fire at 2.86. 1.6 rounds a minute. But good grief. Oh, those things are going to be horrendous. I think that's a little bit too much, though, because the deck pen's gone way, way down. Let's try 65. Yeah, 65 looks pretty nice. What about a 60? That is better. So 2.39 rounds a minute, and the deck pen is much, much improved. The belt pen is still crazy good. Good rate, better rate of fire. Yes, I like those. Suzuki, I can call one of these the Suzuki, but I think the name was already picked by someone else. But I'll call one of them Suzuki for you, because this was going to be the Taizai class. Yes, that should be pretty horrible and brutal to anyone who is stupid enough to come close to it. Damn, 18 secondaries. I'm just wondering what I can shove on. Probably just 2-inch guns up here, right? Yeah. What about 5s? I'm going to go with the 5-inch guns. They look a little goofy. But 5-inch... I don't like where that one sits. 5-inch guns should be pretty good at seeing off destroyers. We've seen how effective they are on the... what are they called? Kamikazes. Oh, they do. They look really weird. These are AA guns, I think. They're a Japanese anti-air gun mount. Another 5-inch between the tower and the turret. What do you mean here? Doesn't fit. These things are super, super fat. Yeah, 5-inch dual purpose. Yeah, they are really goofy and they're huge. And yeah, I could fit a couple of. In fact, I can fit 3 2-inch guns at the front for no reason at all, except I can. Torpedo launchers? No, probably not on this ship. Those 12-inch guns should be big enough to scare anything she comes up against that I actually have to worry about. But Jesus Christ, with the lack of armor. She's a battle cruiser, though. So I can armor her up. I'm going to go for a 12-6 scheme. I just remembered, just noticed, I haven't done any of this stuff. Might give her an RDF for extra recon. But I'll come back to that once I've done her armor. Which is actually looking pretty darn good. Sometimes a hull just really surprises you with how bloody good it can be. Hold on, 3. And then 2 1.5 layers. Good. 5-inch guns are armored up. That's fine. I mean, damn. I know I have to fix the offset, but... whew. Side bobbets. That's a good point. I never normally check them because... nah, there's no mounting points. Yeah, I tend not to check those because you tend not to get anything. So... with that, we can make her spacious, we can give her maximum bulkheads, and we can give her maximum range. So that she is an absolutely brutal... make her a brutal menace of the seas. Right. Let's see if we can fix that halfway offset a little bit. I'm going to have to move the 5-inch guns manually. Still have 3% left. No. What I'm thinking is rather than 8... oh, no, she's not going to take it. But she might accept this. There we go. Definitely sister ships. Well, would you look at that? I love it when stuff like that happens. So, we designed the heavy scout cruiser. Ended up with a Doria layout. And, you know, pretty nice ship. And go up to the big one, and we get it with Doria ship again. Now, I probably could go for the 12 triple guns. if I was a little bit more sensible with this. So I am just going to check that. But I do like the Doria setup. Don't need that much range. Oh, that is even more tempting. Oh, I may have upset chat by doing that. So chat, what would you prefer? I'll leave it up to you. Do you want 28,000 kilometer range instead of 35,000 kilometer range in order to get 12 12-inch guns, which is a lot? Or would you prefer the Doria setup? So just 10 12-inch guns, 12 12s. Bring back Doria. Oh, and again, chat is completely split. They can never make up their minds. Bring back the Doria. No. 12 12 Doria. 12 12 Doria. 12 12 Doria. It's like, no, we can't decide. So chat is completely split. Well, you are getting the Doria style with those mages. So given that, I think I will go for the 12 12s. Because that is a very, very powerful ship. That is an enormously powerful ship. And not very expensive either. 119 million. So, Quango with her 10, 14-inch guns is a little bit more expensive, but nowhere near as fast. I mean, this thing is stupidly fast. This will be the fastest non-destroyer in the fleet, and should absolutely murder all of the AI designs. So that's perfect. Yes, I did, Paffin. I think I don't remember which one was yours, but I have a bunch of names to redeem. In fact, I have 3. So I'm going to build 3. I'm going to build 4 of these so I can redeem all the names. Four of those is quite the thing. Where are they? Here we go. So this is going to be... I don't mind which port they come out of, actually. And the other ones, those mages, I don't know. We've got 5 heavy cruisers at the moment, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, we only have 4. Okay. So, build 4 for now. How long did it take? 16 months. Yep, I just did it. Sure, the price. Okay, so these are going to have to be built in series, not in parallel. Because we've still got repairs, and we've got ships at sea and stuff like that, so... sort that out, because I'm still going to be negative even after doing that, but hopefully we'll get some fights soon. Anyway, this has been quite a long episode after all that. I'm going to end the episode here, and I will be back with some more Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts very soon. Bye for now.